The sun over Nevada burned like a judgment. The wagon creaked across the cracked desert floor, and beside its wheel walked Alara Jameson, a young bride with a swollen belly and iron chains cutting into her skin. Dust clung to her tears. She hadn't always been a prisoner. Just months earlier, she had married Caleb, a gentle ranch hand with dreams bigger than their small town. But Caleb's older brother, Marshall Dalton Jameson, didn't approve. He ran the local law like a private empire, and when Caleb died in a mining accident, Dalton decided Alara's unborn child belonged to the Jameson name, not her. "Walk," Dalton growled as he tugged the chain. "You're carrying a legacy. You'll do as I say." The outlaws that followed him laughed, spitting in the dust. It wasn't a rescue, they were transporting her to a remote ranch where Dalton planned to claim her baby as heir to his twisted kingdom. But as the heat grew merciless, the unexpected happened. A violent sandstorm rose on the horizon, a swirling wall of gold and fury. The men cursed. Dalton tried to speed the horses, but the desert didn't care about law or power. It swallowed everything. The chain snapped clean off, ripped by the storm's force. The men vanished into the churning dust. And Alara, stumbling forward blindly, thought she was walking toward death. Instead, the desert led her somewhere else. When the storm cleared, she saw a small campfire glowing in a sheltered canyon. A lone figure stepped forward, tall, rugged, with eyes the color of storm clouds. "I'm Ronan Hale," he said softly. "You're safe now." Alara collapsed in his arms. The desert's warrior. When Alara awoke, the pain in her wrists was gone. Ronan had removed the metal with a blacksmith's skill and treated her wounds. He gave her water, shelter, and silence, the kind that didn't demand anything from her. Ronan lived as a wanderer, a former soldier who had walked away from bloodshed to heal in the desert's quiet. But the moment he saw Alara, something ancient and fierce stirred in him, a need to protect. "You're not going back to them," he promised. For days, he hid her in the canyon while Dalton and his men searched like wolves. Ronan taught her how to move quietly, how to listen to the desert winds, how to breathe through the pain as her child grew closer to arriving. But Dalton didn't give up. One night, the flicker of torches appeared at the canyon's entrance. Dalton had found her. "Alara," he shouted. "That baby is Jameson blood. You come back now, or I burn this land to ash." Alara trembled, until Ronan stepped beside her, placing a steadying hand on her shoulder. "She's not your property," Ronan said. A gunfight erupted, echoing through the cliffs. Ronan fought like the storm itself, swift, unstoppable. When Dalton aimed at Alara, Ronan threw himself in the way, taking the bullet to his shoulder but refusing to fall. In the end, Dalton lay in the dust, defeated not by bullets but by the truth he had never respected. The desert chooses who survives, and it chose her. Alara dropped to her knees beside Ronan. "You saved us," she whispered. Ronan, breathing hard but smiling, looked at her belly. "No," he said. "You saved yourself. I only stood where the desert pointed me." That night, under the same stars that witnessed her suffering, Alara gave birth to a healthy baby girl. Ronan held the newborn like she was made of light. The desert had stolen her freedom, but returned something greater. A warrior to stand by her side. And a daughter to build a new legacy.